Well, happy Sunday, everybody. It is the 18th of April. Hope you're having a nice weekend. I'm going to sample that, I think, and make a loop. One of our friends on here, Ken, sent me some lithium grease to put on the chair. I might do it. It's such a mixed thing. Some people go, don't touch it, leave it alone. And other people go, it's driving me crazy. So we'll see. But I had a great day yesterday in the studio with Judith Owen. We got 3 things cut for her. Pardon my French, her podcast, what she does today is called For Fuck's Sake. And these pieces that we did yesterday, she's going to be having on her show today. These are tracks we have cut. And she just wanted live performance video of it. So we went in, the 2 of us, and did that. And it was really fun. And then I went to a really cool, really interesting event last night. I couldn't stay for the whole thing because I had to get back to work. But the incredible designer Sue Wong had a get-together at her house here in the Los Feliz area. And man, it was just like an amazing assortment of people there. But I got to see a number of people who I've been doing interviews with, actually really live. Jimmy Starr and Ron was there. Eileen Shapiro was there, and I was there with Scotty Page, and all kinds of huge amount of people. And it was fun just to go hang out for a little while and then slip back out and get back to my reality, which is my gig. And so I've got some stuff, a lot of stuff to do today, and then I have a meeting today with Scott Page at 2:00 to go over some things for some things that are really interesting to me that I'm really not going to talk about yet until they really get nailed down, but we've got some real interesting things to deal with today. So I'm excited about that. Again, this coming Thursday of next week is the Berkeley webinar, and that's going to be all about Billy Cobham. So if you want to attend that, just go to the Berkeley website, the Berkeley College website, Berkeley School of Music, Berklee, not the one up north from me. And I'm sure there's a thing in there for signing up for it, but it should be interesting because Ron Carter's going to be there, and a lot of people, a lot of drummers, talking to Billy and paying homage because Billy's one of the greats, absolutely. So that's going to be cool. And then on May 8th, I'm doing my book signing at LA Vintage Gear in Burbank, California. And it's our makeup one from when we canceled before, so I'll keep reminding about that one. And a funny thing yesterday, when I was doing Reba in her duets, I mentioned that there was a book that had been written, and and that was fictitiously kind of Reba was the source of the information on a bunch of this, and it was written by a woman named Laverne Spencer. I thought it was Laverne yesterday, but it's Laverne Spencer, and the book was called Small Town Girl, it's called. And so she was hanging out at our sessions and just kind of taking it all in and talking to us and all this, and then I got sent the book, and it's like almost like one of those romance novels. And all of a sudden I came across chapter 18 in this book. And let me read you from chapter 18 here. Small Town Girl by Laverne Spencer, chapter 18. It was 1:45 the next afternoon when they arrived at 16th Avenue Sound, a converted bungalow not far from Music Row. Tess led Casey inside through a small, unimpressive reception area to a room with sofas, tables, chairs, but no windows. A Pepsi machine threw red light over the L that serves as a canteen, and the coffee warmer set out the smell of burned coffee. Country music played softly from some unseen speakers. A huge man with a receding hairline, flowing gray beard, and streaked gray ponytail sat down on one of the sofas, extracting an electric bass from its case whistling to the music. Well, I've never been able to whistle in my life, so goes on. Hey, Leland, how you doing? Tess greeted. You've got to meet this pretty young thing who's going to be doing harmony vocals for me today. Her intentional draw made Leland smile. This is Casey Cronick, Leland Smith. Our introduction. The musicians kept tuning, occasionally breaking into spontaneous warm-up music that would suddenly acquire harmony and rhythm and might run for 16 or 20 bars, then broke up by laughter. Conversation, when it happened, was spoken in a lexicon peculiar to musicians, short, brief, colorful phrases that would make no sense away from the studio. Somebody said, "You hear that pork chop sizzling in Lee's bass? Got us a buzzy fly there. Try another track." "Okay, I'm putting you on 16, Lee." After Lee ran another riff, "Hell, it's still there. Try another patch chord." The assistant engineer left the room, appeared on the other side of the window, and changed the chord. Lee played one more. "Better now," the engineer said. So I'm Leland Smith, and using language like buzzy fly and, never heard any of pork chop sizzling. But it was funny just to, after this, she was hanging out at our session, and all of a sudden to end up as this little vignette in her book. I think it went on from there. There might have been more stuff, but I just wanted to share that with you. So that's my commitment to the literary world, I guess. One of the songs we did yesterday, Judith writes some incredibly poignant music. She can take a thing that's taking place in the news and almost immediately turn it into a really amazing piece of material. Now, when we cut this song for an album, it's a project called The Here and Now, and great songs on this. This is called Those People, and she wrote this after George Floyd's killing. And here we are. We cut this before the pandemic, and here we are sitting here a year later plus, and now it's at trial, and things haven't changed that much. There's been numerous killings since George Floyd. There doesn't seem to be any let up in this insanity that's taking place in our country, especially between minority groups, especially people of color, and the police. It's just unbelievable. And she wrote this song basically about what happened then. And we looked at each other yesterday in the studio and said, not much has changed, has it? This is really crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and play this one, and then I'm going to just play you a couple of others because I'm going to get off to things. So this is called Those People. This is just basically myself and Judith Owen. Come on.
Do you think downtown is burning tonight? Makes you think, why did it take so long? We're on the brink. How many suns must go down, pinned to the ground? What did you think would happen? And in every bougie country club, every crack a barrel talking hushed on, so the busboys won't hear Connie telling Carol. Those people scare me. Those people dare me to feel so guilty, but that's ancient history. schemes, and every lost man who unveils them undermined by the looting kind, distracting us from the larger crime. And in every bougie country club, every cracker barrel talking hushed on, so the busboys want you, Connie telling Carol. Those people scare me. Those people dare me to feel so guilty. But that's ancient history. It's time to get over that chip on your shoulder, 'cause we love Oprah, don't we? In every bougie country club, every cracker barrel talking hushed on, so the busboys want you, Connie telling Carol. Those people scare me. Those people dare me to feel so guilty. That's ancient history. It's time to get over that chip on your shoulder. We all love Oprah, don't we? Don't we? Do you think downtown is burning tonight? Why did it take so long?
Yeah, I mean, it's really poignant and timely, and sad that it is ongoing. There just seems to be no end in sight to this. It's heartbreaking. So many lives lost, so many families destroyed, so much of society in pain, just because of this craziness. I'm going to play two more songs. I'm not going to play along with them. I just want to sit and listen to these. I love Judith's writing, her lyrical content, her her musicianship, her everything. It's just a joy. It was so great. We hadn't seen each other in 2 months till yesterday, so it was great. And she's all shot up, so we felt real comfortable being together in the studio. And so I'm going to do this song now called Fork in the Road. And here we go again. This is from the same project, The Here and Now.
These are strange times. We don't know where we're going. Plays on the mind. All of this unknown in all of our lives. It's all so terrifying. We're at the breaking point. It's true. Now is the time to change this world forever. Just read the signs. We've all been sent the letter. We've crossed the line. But if we stand together, there's so much we can do. We give a little love, give a little love to each other. If we have a little faith, have a little faith in one another. Stand by what is right, and not the streets of our town are filled with peaceful anger to turn this around. We won't watch any longer and not make a sound. We need to right the wrongs here from the ground up. So if we just give a little love, give a little love to each other, if we have a little faith, have a little faith for one another, stand by what is right, what is right, and not the dollar if we turn away from hate before it's too late and we lose everything. This much I know. Oh, we're at a fork in the road. Give a little love, give a little love to each other, if we have a little faith in one another, if we stand by what is right, and not the dollar, if we turn away from hate before it's too late and we lose everything. This much I know. Oh, we're at a fork in the road. We're at a fork in the road.
I love doing these songs as a duo with Judith. It gives us a chance to really dance together because she's a very comprehensive pianist. In the same way, when I would play with James Taylor, his thumb was always playing bass. Her left hand has always got bass lines moving and stuff. So for me, it's a real interesting adventure to work with somebody like that, finding parts that keep it all together but weave all around within the confines of the track to really add another dimension to it. It's such a treat to play with her. We were so kind of giddy. I said this before, giddy, I use that word. I must be playing too much Scrabble. But it was one of those things that as soon as we sat down in the room and looked at each other, where we were quite used to playing in this room, Dave Bianco's studio, Dave's place. We lost Dave a while back, but his studio's still going, and it's a wonderful room. Just to be sitting there and we kind of look across at each other and just smile and just go, this is great. This is so good. We were so happy, and we're going to do a whole pile. Now that she's back in town again, we're going to do a whole pile of stuff. I'm going to get together at her house with her and do some of her live broadcasts with her, and we'll take it from there. So we'll see. Lots to do. This last song is called Karen. Now, this is that period of time that was going on this year where women were being filmed going insane in parking lots, just out of the blue, screaming at people and pulling out like knives and stabbing people's cars. I mean, just people completely losing it. And for some reason, they hung the term Karen on them. And of course, Judith then immediately had to write a song called Karen that addresses this kind of insanity, truly insane stuff going on there. So here's Karen.
Karen wants to scream. Karen wants to shout. Karen wants to tell us all. What Karen's all about. Karen's very white. Karen's always right. And Karen likes to fight with every cop who asks why she isn't driving on the right. Karen is yearning for the days when she was just 16. A cheerleading squad since then. She feels so robbed of everything. She never planned to be this age and still so angry when Karen is something very wrong. Karen's on the brink. Sobbing in the sink. She just broke her last good nail. Life has failed her, don't you think? She's screaming in her car. Taking things too far. Why does no one understand? She used to be the life and soul of every college party here. Karen is yearning for the days when she could get her way. Little mood swing, she could run rings around you. That's what she'd say. Nobody tell you no, Karen. if you're black. She tells us that we're full of crap for saying there's something very wrong.
Wow, wow. I so love playing with Judith. I mean, it's amazing to me, just sitting here listening, how orchestral and how full it sounds with just two of us playing on this. You know, finding all the little areas to be expressive and other areas to be, for me, to be supportive. One thing I've always really tried to do is when I listen to playbacks, I listen to the song, I listen to the completion. I don't sit here and scrutinize the bass part on it. And on most of these, it's really great recording like this, because almost every song I've ever recorded with Judith is a first or second take. We figure out the chart and get it all sorted out. And then when we start performing, we usually catch it incredibly fast. It's really spontaneous, and we feed off of each other really well. And then the times also when Pedro Segundo is with us playing percussion. The early stuff I did with Judith, Russ Kunkel and Waddy Wachtel were also involved on those early projects. But we've really found that some of the most enjoyable stuff that we do together is just when it's she and I, because there's no restrictions. We can really kind of go wherever we want to go. And then when we're really fortunate on things, then we get to have the fabulous string section from London, which is the exquisite Gabriella Swallow and the fabulous Lizzie Ball and the amazing Megan Cassidy, you know, cello, violin, and viola. And they are such a beautiful section when they play together. So there are some tours we've done where we've had everybody out there, and it's really pretty magical. So, but there's more songs from this one. There was a great song, I think I did it on one of my earlier videos, called Secondhand Sex Bot. And we did a gig for a bunch of AI people, and man, they freaked out. They thought it was the greatest thing they ever heard. And basically the song's about a guy who buys a sex bot, but he can't afford like a new one, so he buys one through probably Craigslist or something. It was just a documentary that Judith had seen, and she wrote the most amazing song about it, which was just a scream and so creepy. And she tells a long story about the whole thing, and usually by the time we played the song, the audience is just completely horrified by it all. So I'm going to wish everybody a great weekend. I'm going to go out and do yard work. I got Scott Page coming over here at 2 o'clock to discuss some real interesting things that I'm excited about. And until then, I am going to spend the next couple hours working in the yard. And it looks nice. It's probably warm out. It's breezy, though. I can see the tree outside the window here is blowing nicely, so I'm sure it'll be nice and comfy out there to work. And then tomorrow we're back with the immediate family, back in rehearsals, working on new material for the to get back in the studio and do another album. So lots going on. I'm really, really grateful to all of it. That you know, and then the dogs are out there going crazy. They're so crazy. Okay, have a great weekend. Oh, what's left of a weekend. Have a great weekend. And my heart's again with everybody who isn't getting weekends, the people working, especially in medical situations, and teachers who are preparing curriculum, teachers that are still torn about being in class, remote. I mean, there's so many issues that are trying to be resolved at this point because of the pandemic. And some are going successfully, and some are creating more trouble than one could imagine. So the future is still quite gray. And so we'll see how it all goes. But more than anything right now, just take good care out there. And again, a day after, happy birthday to the incredible Al Schmidt. Man, just nobody like you, Al. And it's just a trip. I can't wait to get in the studio with you again. So take good care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.